Hey, I'm Eric Keach. I'm here with Ruby Sanchez, and she's an awesome client over there at CTS. She's been there now for about 4.5, 5 months as when we're talking about this, and she's here to share her story, her results, kind of like what it's like to train over at CTS. And Ruby, I appreciate you taking the time to come on and do this with us. And what I want to do is kind of want to create a timeline for everybody to kind of talk about where you were before and kind of where you are now. So let's backtrack a little bit. Tell me kind of what you were going through, maybe physically, emotionally, before you decided to sign up and join CTS.
Okay, so before I decided to join CTS, I hadn't been to a gym before, and I had played sports on and off, but I played soccer for 1 year. I did cheerleading for 1 year, so it's not like my whole life I was dedicated to playing sports. So I had just finished college, had all the spare time to dedicate and really focus into working out. And so I decided to join CTS. A family friend referred me to them. His name's actually Danny Barragan, and he was studying kinesiology at Sacramento State. So when he referred me to CTS, I knew that I was in good hands and that I would get great results with them.
Was there something going on that made you just think that this was the right time to do this, or something that kind of just triggered it at that moment?
Um, well, I just, I had a lot of stress going on at the time. I had
Hmm.
just graduated college. I had, a full-time job. So I needed, to find an outlet and, reduce my stress. And overall, I just wanted to start getting fit as well because I hadn't been keeping up with that either.
Was there anything that maybe you were frustrated with in terms of, how you were feeling or doing things outside of the stress, maybe physically?
Yes, I didn't have a lot of energy, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, I was just extremely tired and just ready, to get home and take a nap.
Okay, so right out of college, right, you were kind of seeing, so I guess, stepped into the real world, right, and you started the
Yes,
job was stressing you out. You had low energy, and you were kind of probably just feeling like maybe it wasn't the you that you would expected or come to know.
yes,
Okay,
exactly.
so a friend recommended you. Now you went over there. Now tell me what that was like. That first initial contact in terms of going over and talking to the guys over there. Did you talk to John
I talked
first?
to John directly the first day.
Okay. What was that like? Were you nervous about going in there? Kind of explain what that process was like.
I was because I didn't really know what to expect. I've never done weight training. This was the first time I've ever done weight training. So I was a little intimidated by it all. But when I got there, he was extremely friendly,
Hmm.
very outgoing, made it very easy to talk with him and to discuss about my goals, and what I wanted to improve on as well.
Was there any of the idea that if you were going to do some weight training, thinking that as a woman that you were going to bulk up or that you're going to get really big? Did you have any fears or anything about it like that?
No, not necessarily because I'm pretty petite, and
Okay.
I've always wanted to bulk up, I guess you
Okay.
could say. So I wasn't scared about that whatsoever.
What were your fears going into it, if you remember?
My fears going into it were, I mean, was I even going to be able to keep up with it?
Hmm.
I'm extremely motivated, but my fear was, am I even going to be able to lift any of this weight? Is it going to be too much for me? My technique, all of that really came into play.
Okay. And then when you talked to John, he kind of alleviated those fears, made you feel comfortable right off the bat.
He definitely did. Yeah,
Okay.
he
Tell
did.
me about that first session.
The first session, I think, was probably the most difficult one for me,
Hmm.
because all of it was new. Um, and I mean, I did it, but I did notice that I was definitely struggling with the weight.
Hmm.
But when he starts you off, he doesn't start you off with too much weight or something that he doesn't think you'll be able to do. So I started off very lightly. I don't remember if it was like starting off with 10-pound dumbbells,
Hmm.
but even those, I mean, were pretty tiresome.
Okay.
That first session, I do remember though, I was extremely sore.
You're probably sore for a few days, maybe to a week
I
afterwards, right?
couldn't sit down for like the first week.
But there was something about it that kept you on there, right? Like obviously you were sore, so what was it that kind of kept you on and wanted you to make you keep on going?
Just knowing that I was going to, see the progress in the long run. I mean, in the short run, you won't see it immediately,
Mm,
but in the long run, you will. So that's what definitely kept me going back every day and being more motivated every day to go as well.
tell me what the other people are like there. Obviously, John helped, keep you calm, kind of made sure everything was going the right way. Tell me what the atmosphere is like and the other people there.
Everyone's extremely friendly. They're all really focused on what they're doing. It's not like, any other gym where you go and people are just staring at you the whole time. And I don't know, it could be, in other gyms, it could be intimidating. Everyone's just focused on what they're doing. But at the same time, it's kind of like a family that everyone's extremely friendly, very outgoing. I found it really easy to talk to other people there and make
So,
friends.
okay, that's what I was going to ask. You said it was like a family atmosphere. So you made some friends, right? There's a social aspect to everything. It's not just training the whole time.
Right, right. Yeah, there is. There definitely is. I've definitely made some friends along the way. And they're very encouraging as well.
Okay.
Very encouraging.
So a lot of people are on this journey to get in better shape or lose weight or whatever it is, but it's very supportive. Like everybody's very encouraging.
Yes.
Okay. So you've been going along. Okay. So you got through the first week, maybe first month or so.
hmm
Um, tell me about, I guess, at this point, what types of results that you've seen from going there.
Endurance, that would definitely be one. I've definitely noticed some upper body strength and a lot of lower body strength as well. Um, I'm not, I feel like I'm in more shape. I'm not out of breath like I used to be. I have a lot of energy. I mean, the results are just endless.
Okay. So what about the stress levels? How are those?
They actually started offering some yoga classes
Hmm.
a couple of months ago. And I feel like with the weight training and the yoga, it's a great balance. And I'm now, I feel like they're great stress relievers.
Okay.
It's a good outlet, and I'm definitely learning to manage my stress. That's for sure.
Okay. It sounds like something that's, I guess, a really important part of your maybe day or week and making sure you have to go there and get in. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. What happens, or let's say if you miss a few sessions or something like that, how do you start feeling? Do you feel any different?
Well, for example, last week, there's been two weeks that I've missed due to family
Hmm.
issues. But yeah, I was just waiting to come back and start my routine, start going back to work, working out. I definitely missed it. And I feel like I definitely do need to make it a habit. I go 4 days a week. So, that week that I didn't go, it was extremely difficult.
Right. You feel like you start kind of maybe craving it or missing it a little bit?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely do.
Now, do you say that? Would you say it's done this? It's given you a lot more energy, right? You've gotten stronger. It's helped you lower your stress. Would you say that this has maybe been maybe changed your life in a way?
It has. Yeah, it has because I definitely, in the future, I definitely want to make this part of my life. I think you need a balance of fun and you definitely need a balance to focus on your health as well. I had the eating healthy part down, but I just didn't have the exercising part down. And now I feel like I'm more well-rounded in that aspect, and I definitely will continue to make exercise part of my life.
How does it make you feel knowing that this has, kind of changed your life, that you are a more well-rounded, person because of this?
Um, it's, I mean, it feels great. I really can't, I can't describe it right now, but it definitely feels great.
Hmm.
I'm at a loss for words right now, but I'm quite proud of myself knowing that, I've started something and then I'm going to be able to continue with it along the road.
What would you say is your favorite part about CTS? Like, what do you love the most about it?
Um, the people there,
Yeah.
the results. I mean, everyone there is just so encouraging. The coaches, they definitely encourage you. They want you to focus on your technique, not necessarily, like for example, what's the other? Um, can't think of it right now.
It's okay.
But they definitely want you to focus on your technique
Right.
versus, just lifting heavy weights at a rapid speed. They don't want, they want you to prevent injuries. Um,
Okay. Okay. And
they're
what we're
just very knowledgeable.
Okay, and in just a second, I got one more question for you before we shift gears. We'll talk about the trainers and what they are in just a second. But if someone sees this and they're thinking about, going over there and signing up, but they may have some hesitations or they may be on the fence, what would you want to say to somebody that's in that position that's on the fence?
That I once felt like them too, but you have to take that step. If I hadn't taken that step, I would have never found this incredible gym. And the results speak for themselves. I'm very happy with them. They're great. They really are.
Okay, now, like I said, we're going to jump into, I want to talk about John very quickly and just the trainer. So give me a few words or phrases that describe, maybe not as a trainer, but more as like a human being or a person, like what type of person that John is.
He's very understanding. Very understanding. Extremely. You could see that he's extremely passionate about what he does and about the gym and helping people achieve their results.
Okay, does he come off that you said he's understanding, so it makes me think that he's a caring individual, that he really cares about you and the other people there?
Yes, yes, he does.
Okay. Is there anything that you can think of that maybe as an example or something that he's done maybe to help you to make it seem like show what type of person he is?
I mean, just these last couple of weeks have been very difficult for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've kept in close contact with him. And these last, uh, I mean, he's just really been there,
Yeah.
outside of the gym. He's offered some very encouraging words. And today was the first day that I went back. And I could tell everyone there was, they knew about it and they were just, willing to
Mm-hmm.
make my day a little bit better.
Oh, that's very cool. Now, what about a few words or phrases for the trainers, the other trainers that are there? Describe them for us.
Oh, they're all very different. But like I said, John, all the trainers are really passionate about
Mm-hmm.
their job, about helping you. They're extremely helpful. I know Jeffrey from time to time, I'm always going back and forth with him, just asking him if my technique is correct or just asking him to show me because we have our separate plans and just show me the movements again.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think I'm being annoying, but he's
Mm-hmm.
always, answering my questions or concerns or anything that I really need to ask. He's always there
Okay.
to answer questions.
It sounds like he wants to be helpful. Like you may not, you may think you're like you come off as annoying, but he's probably kind of looking at it as like I have no problem. I just want to help. Is that kind of the vibe that
Exactly.
gives off?
Exactly.
Okay. Anything else you want to add about the trainers or the place that maybe we didn't cover here that's important?
Um, they're all very friendly. They're all very encouraging, very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely want to do their best and have you achieve their results. I could go on and on, but they really are. They're all very nice
Awesome.
individuals.
Okay. So I got last question for you. So it's changed you around, right? It's given you more energy. Your stress levels are lower. You've seen changes, tons of results. They've been there for you emotionally, personally, helped you physically. Let's say that John, the trainers, everybody, they just kind of closed down. They moved away, and you could never talk to them again. Okay, you couldn't call them, text them, email. You could never talk to them again, and this would be the last time. What would you want to say to them?
I would say thank you because they've all definitely changed my life. Um, like I said, when I first went in, I never thought that I would be able to lift any weight whatsoever. But throughout these last 5 months. I've proved myself wrong, and that's really thanks to them as well because they've really been there every step of the way.
Awesome. Well, Ruby, thank you so much. I know it's been crazy schedule for you. I know we've had a lot going on the last few weeks. I really appreciate you coming on and sharing your story and your experience with us here, and I wish you the best of luck with everything going forward.
Okay, thank you very much, Eric. It was
Take
nice
care.
talking with you. You too. Take care.